Hello, everyone, and happy Saturday, and welcome to my day 7 of 30 days of transformation, where I'm giving you tips, tools, techniques that help you come into your true self as we go through this journey to our best version of who we are. So, today I'm going to talk about nature and the healing power of nature and how that links to our transformation. So, let me just open it this way. Have you ever wondered why, when you go outside, that maybe you feel rejuvenated, maybe you feel grounded, maybe you feel more connected? And what I have found, I just want to start this with a little bit of a kind of a story that came up because this just came to me just the other day as well. Jeremiah and I had went into the Vortexes, and we were planning some trekking for our upcoming treks for our in-person clients. And we were going through nature and spending time outside and doing hiking and connecting to the land. And just really for us, it was just about us scoping out the map, the road map, the plan of where we're going to take people. How long is it going to take to get out there? How long is it going to take to get back? Does it give us time to get in a good hike? Can we, then have time to go through a healing process out into the vortex when we do these in-person client in sessions with clients? And our retreat coming up, the Sedona Rejuvenation Retreat. So if you've not got plugged into that, you can check that out in the link above or below in the description. And for you, Instagram, it's in the bio. But when we got home that evening and we were taking Champ out for a walk, I was just like, I had this whole sense of just, I had, like, I went into this timeline of when I was a child and whenever I would go outside and play and maybe spend all day outside. And then, coming in and just having that sense of peace and rest and relaxation, and different than just being like tired, but literally feeling this inner sense of connected and one with the nature, with the universe, with the energy. And another way I could describe this, because I'm bringing up these little child memories of me being outside in this, and I could remember being outside and connected and just smelling the nature, smelling the ground, smelling the dirt, smelling um, fresh cut grass, and just, if it was a fresh rain, like this rain smell. Well, when it comes to rejuvenation and reconnecting to ourselves, we have so many senses about us, and that's our sight, or sound, or smell, taste, touch, all these things. So the more we can get connected to our senses, and the more we go into this centeredness to connect to ourselves, to connect to those senses, the more aware we are and the more we become into this connection of feeling oneness and togetherness with nature. Welcome, uh, Crazy Lion, welcome back. Thank you. And oh yeah, you're in Scotland. I always forget where you're at, but I keep forgetting that you are in Scotland. So welcome from Scotland. It must be getting super late there, but so excited to have you. Thanks for your journey with me. I know you've been here every day since day 1. This is day 7. So I just want to invite everyone and let them know this is day 7 of a journey to true self, your true self, of a 30-day transformation series that I'm doing live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all at the same time. So if you've not got plugged in or caught up and like to go back and catch some of the other episodes I've done, you can go into YouTube on my live and you can find the playlist for this. It'll be right there. And you can also make sure to subscribe to YouTube and hit the notification bell, and it will notify you whenever I come live, because this is day 7. So we have basically 3 more weeks left, and I can't even believe it's a quarter over. And so I've been asking people that if you're following me on this journey to your true self, as you show up as a commitment to yourself and support this process of what I'm sharing with you, please let me know. I'd love to hear. I'd love to know who it's inspiring, because the being inspired helps me, fuels my flame, and gives me motivation to show up and share. So now back to today's topic is how we can identify with the idea that the power that it is in our connection to nature, our connection to that the healing power that nature has is the point of what I'm saying. So, so basically, as I mentioned, have you went outside and ever felt the sense of feeling connected, grounded, rejuvenated? And I was mentioning, here in the heart of Sedona, being connected to the vortexes, that amplifies it, is what I'm finding. So it's not that maybe we don't do it, but we go into places and maybe even do like tree work. Some of the times, whenever I do like retreats, and we did this last fall in the retreat that we did here in Sedona, have people touch trees, have people hug trees, have people connect to the trees, because the trees really are so powerful and so healing because they act as the conduit from heaven to earth. You got the leaves, and those leaves are pulling in the oxygen of heaven, and you got the roots going into the ground. It's anchoring all that light, all that energy. And the tree represents us from heaven to earth, from a higher self into, our grounding ability into Mother Earth. But one of the things that can really help you do when you get into the sense of connecting with yourself, and the point of that is when you can connect to your senses, you can connect to your emotions, you can connect to how you feel, you can connect to your heart, then you can connect more with your presence of who you are. And that gives you the opportunity to live a more fulfilled life in a state of living consciously, living intentionally, which is part of being your true self. So it's not just about you becoming someone that is different or better. It's about you living that in expression in your life and love and your livelihood and everything around you. So that way you're living a more joyful, fulfilled life, which is the ultimate purpose of this. But because there's so much noise in life, and because we have such modern lifestyles that tend to be fast paced, a lot on the go, it can make us disconnected from ourselves, which means if you're disconnected from yourself, then you really have a hard time connecting to the earth or to nature. And I talked about this 2 days ago, I think, about learning how to be more present, how to live more consciously, and how to connect more to the present moment. And nature is a good tool for you to do that. It can really get you centered. It can really pull you back to the now. And it can help you de-stress from modern life and the everyday hustle and bustle of things. And so I wanted to give you a couple tips that can, help you make this connection between you and the nature, which helps you ground the earth and helps you ground into more of your true self. So one of them is set an intentional time to spend time outdoors as part of your healing. Because the more intentional you can be about this journey, the more power it has for you. And that's where, say, for instance, one of the things that Jeremiah and I are doing right now is because our new office view is being the vortexes, all the beautiful scenery here in Sedona, which is reflecting back to me. I just have to tell you the lessons I'm learning for that. And I know it's sidetracking, but I'll get back to it. This is what I'm learning out of that, is that from my whole life, all of our whole life is about transformation, right? From the inside. And so we've spent all this time transforming inside. Now it's time for our reality, our external circumstances to start matching that, because collectively that's what's happening. So for me, while I've done a lot of personal transformation, a lot of life transformation, down to even moving to Sedona, it's like my office is upgrading now. It's like the office view is now like on steroids, seeing all these beautiful scenes. And literally by taking people in person is like having an office that's outside and outdoors. And that's like was giving me so much just reflection on the journey it took to be here, and out of that can bring so much gratitude, so much feeling blessed, and so much more alignment is another thing. It brings more alignment. to you, your purpose, your mission, because I know that this has put me in a more of an alignment with my own mission. And the sooner you can show up in a place of purpose and serving people and serving others, the sooner you will stop spinning circles into transmuting your own pain, your own issues. So, so hello, Heidi, and thank you for joining. You've been following me this whole time as well. And so the other tip I wanted to tell you is, so the one tip I said is to make sure to spend time outdoors intentionally. And then I kind of got maybe sidetracked on that, but we're doing that weekly. So we are setting up, we're doing donation-based healing every Wednesday. So we've been like, okay, there's a combination of things going on here. We're going to set the intention that we're going to go out and be in the land. We're going to connect to the land, connect to ourselves, connect to each other, connect to earth, heal others, heal the planet, heal the collectiveness, and the people who sign up for these services that are donation based. And I know some of you have signed up for that. And I don't have it on here, but if you go to my website, twinflameexpert.com, and go to the Work With Me tab, you can find that under there as an option, because we recently upgraded that to some of the things we're doing here in the Vortexes, but the offerings we have for here in person or in like for donation based, basically to get plugged into the healing aspects of what we have to offer here, which was the whole point of coming here and getting back into person and help people in person and things like that. But the point is that we set the intention to show up here, or yes, me show up here daily for 30 days, right? And this is day 7, but to show up in the land, and that heals Mother Earth and Gaia as we do all that. So set the intention for you to go out and connect to the trees, connect to the earth, be childlike, feel your senses, close your eyes and connect, and smell what you smell, listen to what you hear with the birds. You know, when I finished, as I was just finishing my book, Twin Flame Code Breaker, which you can find on Amazon, I basically, in the process of that, I had wrote about how I had taken a writing break and I went out for a run. And as I ran down this path and started to turn around to come back, all of a sudden there was this cluster of birds that flew up over my head, and they were just batting at each other. And there was just these feathers from them just rained over me. And I will tell you what I mentioned in that is, I was just at awe. I wrote about this. It was so impactful for me that I wrote about it, because where I had been in my head, I would have normally never taken the time to notice birds clustering up and the connection they had and the energy they had and the fact that, you know, they were raining feathers on me. So it was, what the point was, is that like I would never normally connect it to the level of awareness and connection to just nature normally in my mind. But in that moment, it was like I was being rained on by angels in heaven and peace. And like, it was just like I was being rained over with all of this. And it was such a blessing, it felt like, because it made me realize how disconnected I had been from my ability to connect to my presence of my daily life, my daily path, my daily walk, the way I've been living. So some of the tools I have already mentioned will give you, if you go back and watch these last 7 days, will give you some other tips. This is just one of them to help come into the consciousness, the importance of it, and to stay connected. So again, if you've missed out on it, and I'll make sure once this is over and processes, there'll be for people watching in the future, I'll make sure to put a card above or below here on YouTube so that you can get connected to that. Otherwise, make sure you get over to YouTube and watch the playlist for everything you've missed. So the second part of that is, and we talked about this also in the last few days, is making sure that when you go connect to nature, that you're also setting the intention to connect from a place of practicing mindfulness and being the observer. And when I've already mentioned that to you, how that works, I won't go into the details of that here. But for here, what I want to say is set the intention to do that in nature. Use nature as your medium, so to speak, to connect you to yourself and to ground to yourself and to reconnect with the parts of you that you've either disconnected from or maybe you've never fully been awakened to, because you might be that suppressed within your own abilities to really connect to your true self in the way that we are meant to now, because of experiences, life, childhood wounds, all kinds of things could have maybe disconnected you from fully embracing and embodying your ability to awaken all your senses. And nature is a great way to help you tap into your senses and reconnect to yourself. And then again, in the process, heal Mother Earth, heal the area that you're at, and then anchor in your own light, and then ground it in and connect and be one with all that is in that process. Because I will tell you, getting connected to nature is sometimes about as close to God as you can get in human form, from a place of in your physical reality, because everything that exists in nature is straight from God, is a reflection of God, and is God. And if you are disconnected from those things, then you might be disconnected from your God self inside of you, that is that true self, the higher self, that is the version of you that came here to fully experience and play life full out. So just to recap, for those of you that are coming in, today is day 7 of my 30 days of transformation. And today we're talking about the healing power of nature and how that can help us tap into our own senses and connect to our true self, our higher self, and become one with not just ourselves, but our surroundings, live more intentionally, live more present, live more connected. And it comes from, connecting inside. And nature is a great way to help you do that. And if you just came in, I shared some ways and things that my beloved and myself have been doing here in Sedona in order to help us, I'm always saying, if I talk the talk, I'm gonna walk the walk, but we're literally walking the walk in this of what I'm telling you here. And it's helping us also prepare for our season of our in-person vortex tours that we're doing with people, and the healing tours we're taking people into the vortexes, but also to create that rejuvenation. And that's what our retreat coming up in April 4th through 7th is all about, is rejuvenating the soul. I feel like we've done so much work and it's been so exhausting. It's time for us to take a path in this. It's like the path to peace, from a place and the ability to truly choose to step out of some of the old cycles and choose who it is we want to be in that true version. But we can choose to do it with love, and we can choose to do it from a place of rejuvenation, renewal, and rebirth into something greater than hanging on to what we're holding on to that's pulling us out of alignment with our best self. So that being said, I will be back tomorrow. I just want to acknowledge a few comments that came in here and also welcome everyone. You can check out the links to the rejuvenation retreat in the link above or below, depending upon if you're on Facebook or YouTube. And on Instagram, you can check that out in the links in the bio. So I just want to acknowledge just a few comments here. Let's see if I can find this. My mouse is off. So, all right. So, and I have to move my Instagram people over just a little bit to fully see here. So if you guys see me looking back and forth, it's because I got 2 different cameras going on here. So Crazy Lion, you're saying you love being outside. You always find it very refreshing, and you've loved to spend time in the garden. Garden is such a great way to connect into nature because it's also fruitful. It's also growing. It's also a way to get your hands in the dirt. And that's another part of connecting to the earth. It literally helps us embody and connect to those nutrients, and the nutrients from a place of even just the oxygen in the air and the fresh air, which is why I said when I came back from the vortex tour we had taken to prepare for our retreat and the clients that we're going to be doing, and I just felt so relaxed, so rejuvenated. And so after a workout the other morning, we were walking Champ, and Jeremiah had said the same thing. After not, it didn't take long of being outside, and he was just like, the air was just really helping him, like, just open up and just to expand, and also to kind of clear some of the things from our workout. It was a pretty tough workout, and it just got rejuvenated. That would be the word here, which is the rejuvenation of the retreat that we're talking about. So anyway, you remember feeling energized by gardening. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and it's a feeling. That's the thing about what I'm saying. When you connect to nature, it's a feeling, because you can't even put it into words. You can't really even describe it. It might even be a smell that comes up. And like I said, I was having smells of childhood smells of playing outside, and even just honestly just talking about it, I can literally sit here and get that sense of fresh air, get that sense of dirt, and it literally like anchors you and activates you. Let's see. Jeremiah, my beloved, says here, flowing in the spirit of all we do at grounding, and to be natural is to be authentic. Yes, yes, yes. And um, we are what it is within. So keep shining your light. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your love and your support. And Heidi, thank you for showing up to join us. And thank everyone that's been on this journey with me for a long time. Thank you for this on this journey to your true self with me in this 30 days. And I will be back tomorrow for day 8. Can you believe it? All right, make sure to like, comment, share the shine. Check out the links I mentioned above, below, or in the bio. And I'll see you tomorrow. Until next time, have a great rest of your day, night, or evening, or even morning, depending upon where you are. I love you.